Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome yourselves back to tonight's ECC stream where we have got ourselves two matches for today. Of course, we have Polaris and ILV eSports up first, and then our second match later on today, about an hour from now, will be what was it? I've forgotten what it is because I'm very smart. Ah, yes, Ascension Chrono Sunstake Fight. Just have to take a look at that. There you go. But anyways, that's on tonight's schedule here. So, yeah, before we dive any further into our first match, though, gotta introduce ourselves. Of course, I am Faded. We probably won't be talking for much longer. Boyle has to update his Xbox, so he'll be joining us shortly. And joining me, of course, is Dennis. How are you today, man?
Yeah, really great today. Thank you, Faded, for doing this intro. Always seeing Irrelevant Esports against Polar Ace today at 7 o'clock. If we look at the Irrelevant Esports roster, we have Rados, Pichu, and Nachox. And if we see the standings, they are now 5th place, just behind the playoffs spot. They're only half the way through the season. They won the first 2 series, but lost the second 2 series against Help Me Please and the Godelian Steppist. So, they had a good start, but unfortunately they couldn't continue that in week 3 and week 4. So interesting to see if they keep that losing streak today or if they finally manage to win a game.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see that. Of course, Polaris, I believe, have been struggling a bit themselves. I don't remember, actually, the lineup for Polaris is Curse, Lightning Strike, and what is it? I can't read. Leone. Ah, yes, the editor. So yeah, that's the lineup we're going with for today for that team. I don't have any notes on them because I didn't prepare any because I wasn't expecting to be casting this game. But yeah, both these teams have struggled a little bit. ILV a bit recently, whereas Polaris haven't done much this season, which is to be expected. But I think we'll just hop into the predictions actually. So yeah, let's just go right into that. So Dennis, I'll give it to you first. Who have you got to win this game?
I think it's going to be a win for Irrelevant Esports. Of course, we've seen Polar Ace not doing great this season. They only won one series against Godelian Tempest in week 2. But yeah, for the rest they lost all of the series. So they're 1 win, 3 losses now Polar Ace. So I think I have to give this one to Irrelevant Esports. Of course, we see Liani now in the lineup. I think he's new in Polar Ace. I haven't seen him playing yet. But really interesting to see how he's going to perform in this lineup for Polar Ace. But I still give the win to Irrelevant Esports, I would think. I think they will eventually close out the series. 3-1 for Irrelevant Esports is my prediction.
Alright, I'll have to agree with you. I'm going to go with ILV eSports as well. I think they are the stronger side coming into this one. And considering Polaris are using a different lineup from before, Leon is coming into this one. So they've got a new member coming into the Polaris lineup. I don't know if they've played much with them. And I don't think that will help them too much here. They may not be as structured as they were before. Whereas the ILV team, they've played together for a longer period of time. And so I think... I also think, in terms of skill, they do outclass the Polaris side. But ILV, they've shown that they're perhaps falling against opponents they should really be beating. They just got to have positive mentality going into this one, be confident in themselves. I'm sure they will get the win here. But I think I'll go with a 3-0 actually for this one. I think the sweep will come in for the ILV roster. But yeah, I think we'll not waste much more time, guys. We will get into this first game now of the series that is Polaris against ILV eSports. Let's get right into it. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally getting into this series. Apologies for the short delay, but we're now finally underway, and this actually looks to be an early chance here for Polar Ace. Already putting on some pressure onto the opposition. So, Lightning Strike getting this one into the top corner potentially. It's off the bar again. I think that's twice now they've hit it off the crossbar there. So this one back to the field. Oh, it is an open net actually. Pichu, we want to convert it, and it's the first goal here for ILV.
Yeah, it was an early offense for Polar Ace, meaning that they had no one back here in defense. And in the end, Irrelevant eSports will take that. And it's the first goal for Irrelevant eSports of the series here, with 21 seconds played.
Yeah, it didn't take them that long to get started, did they? They were under a lot of pressure in the first 20 odd seconds, but they did manage to get a goal here. I would like to point out the really interesting card choice from Rattles. He's actually in a Scarab for whatever reason, which, yeah, I'm not going to question it. Scarab could definitely be a good card. That's what he wants to play, then fair enough for him. Hopefully it will work out for him as he does get this one down the field. Lightning Strike pops it high. Pichu is up for this. And Rattles could intercept that one. Decides to leave it. Niptrox will be on it. Gets a win on that. Leone now up in the air. Here comes Rattles putting this one on net. Lightning Strike into the left corner. And Lightning Strike will be picking it up again. Gets past one. Rattles taps it to the side. Now Karze. The good challenge on that. Niptrox will get this one off the back one and clear it out. But Leone will just block the clear. Pichu will get this one. And now it's back to the other end. Karze has control of the ball. Just decide to slam it to the backboard. There's now Rattles. Very nice clear again. Leone puts it high. Pichu will be there for it. Karze looking for a shot, and now Leone trying to go for it. So it's a double commit, but Rattles will get it out. So Pichu trying to get this, but he misses the ball, and they're back to the other end. Rattles taps it high. Could be a dangerous ball here. Karze with a potential shot, and now on the rebound, Lightning Strike slams it home, and here comes the equaliser for Polar Ace.
Yeah, good goal here. Rattles just gets it center to Polar Ace. Curse can get it to the backboard, and Lightning Strike with a good shot, good finish, beats out defenders, and it's the equaliser.
Yeah, good equaliser at that. It was a great punish there from the side of Polar Ace as they tie the game up. Now Rattles looking to respond immediately. Karze sends it high. Now Leone up for this, puts it into the corner. Pichu will boom it. It's now Lightning Strike. Slams it down. Here comes Leone again into the corner. Now Pichu up for this. Leone puts it onto the post. Niptrox clears it out. So now Leone puts it high again. Lightning Strike wants to prepare for it. Niptrox will give a bash at this one as Pichu puts it into the box. A bit awkward for Polar Ace. And Pichu trying to put it centre again. Leone puts it out. Rattles now turning on this. Puts it into the middle for Niptrox. And the shot on net. Great setup. And there's another goal here for ILV.
Yeah, just a great setup, great goal here by Irrelevant eSports, good finish, good pass by Rattles as well, and just goes to the right top corner. Niptrox with a good goal here for Irrelevant eSports.
Yeah, great stuff there from Niptrox, just speed on that, gets it past the defence, and Rattles of course just a cheeky little tap down to him to give him the perfect chance of scoring that. Now halfway through the game, ILV have retaken the lead, and look to try close this first game out, but Polar Ace still threatening here as Karze is up for us. Niptrox just taps it. It's now Rattles, barely waiting, gets a pinch out to the side for Pichu. Pichu back into the centre for Rattles, trying to get a shot, but Karze a brilliant clear there, and looking to follow it up himself, but too much speed on that, and it gives Niptrox a chance here now. Look to bounce back down into the Polar Ace box. Pichu puts one on net. Karze and Leone up for this. And Karze just chasing that ball down, and now Niptrox tried to get to it, but he is beat. And now Karze again into the corner, looking for another touch. Rattles gets it out, and now Lightning Strike has a chance. He sends it to the side, but it is a good bounce for Leone though. Goes up for it, blocks Pichu's potential clear. And Rattles forcing it to Karze. Niptrox gets it out to Rattles, and he finally gets it out, but Leone here putting it back in for Lightning Strike. It's a shot on net, but it's too weak. Was a good set there from Leone though, as now Niptrox trying to get it out finally, but looks like now Dennis, Polar Ace have all the pressure here. ILV, they've not gotten out of the half that much the past minute, and you know, you gotta ask, are Polar Ace gonna score eventually, because this pressure is looking really good for them.
Yeah, it's a good question. Are they gonna score in this upcoming roughly 1 minute? It's gonna be pretty good for them because they're behind now with one goal, but we see much offense here from both teams. Really good to see that good game so far, and it's really interesting to see will Random Esports take this win with 2-1, maybe 3-1, or will Polar Ace just bounce back in these 50 seconds and still get themselves the win here in game 1?
Yeah, there's a good question there. Can they come back? We'll have to see what they can do. They've had a lot of attacking prowess here. And now Pichu's trying to actually extend his team's own lead. That's probably the first chance they've had in like a couple of minutes here in this game. Now Leone looking to bring it out again. Corsi just booms it away, but he will catch up to it. But Rattles is actually pre-jumped this. Very smart from him, but now Lightning Strike trying to pile on more pressure. Pichu, a brilliant clear downfield. Now Leone puts it into the middle, but Rattles is ready and waiting. 20 seconds. Now ILV on the attack. Rattles loses that challenge though, but Pichu will be there again. So Lightning Strike puts it to the corner. Corsi just waiting for it. It's now back into the center. Leone misflips though. That's really unfortunate for him. But Lightning Strike, oh no! That is a massive overcrit from ILV. And Lightning Strike an unlikely goal, sorry, to get themselves back in it.
Yeah, really with overcommitted by ILV. 6 seconds left. They were 1 goal up, but they just overcommit on that. And Polar Ace will take the benefit out of that. It's an equalizer. 6 seconds left. And it might go to overtime here.
Yeah, looking like it, unless a kickoff goal comes out here for either team, but it's not looking likely unless Lightning Strike makes something of the ball here with the 0 boost. Nahil is put out to the ground. OT here in game 1. We didn't see this one coming, just judging by the the run of play there. But now it's overtime here, and you got to ask the question, Dennis. With ILV conceding a late goal like that, that's got to really affect their mentality going into this overtime here.
Yeah, I agree with that. Also, just the big mistakes in defensive rotation, it just gets in your head into the overtime. But we see Polar Ace in the offense here. We've seen Polar Ace really good in offense so far this game. They really had much pressure on the irrelevant esports side, and it's been a great game so far to watch.
Yeah, it has been a brilliant game, and Lightning Strike looking to close it down, but Pichu will block it again. And Nipchox does get a block on Leone's shot there. As now Pichu on this. Corsi will challenge him as well all the way down the field, on the backflip from Nipchox. Oh dear, that is a heartbreaker of an ending to this game, but Polar Ace clutch up and they will take it here, Dennis.
Yeah, we see Corsi just pops it up towards the goal from his own half. He thought it would get saved, but Nipchox is with an unlucky backflip there in defense, and it gives Polar Ace the winner in overtime. Really unfortunate for the relevant esports side, but 2 defensive mistakes will cost them to lose here in game 1.
Yeah, it did cost them indeed. That's gotta be really, tilting for ILV to lose in such a manner. 2 huge defensive mistakes coming out for them, and gotta ask this, Dennis, how will this affect them going into the next game? Because that's just a disastrous way to lose a match.
Well, yeah, they just gotta keep calm, keep getting just calm like they did in game 1 at the start of the game. They had much pressure in the start of the game. Maybe they can still convert it and get game 2 here, so they get equalized here in the series. But it's not been really great defense by Random Esports, especially the second one, the third goal. So I think it's time to get into game 2 and see how this will went. Game 2 gang underway between A11 Esports and Polar Ace. We've seen Polar Ace getting game 1 after 2 defensive mistakes, and we are seeing a caster switch actually. Faded goes to stream now. We have Boyo in the cast now, so welcome Boyo, how are you doing?
I'm doing good here. I just came back to see the big choke at the end there, going to overtime, and then we lost at the overtime there. Very big choke.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
really big choke.
We can see a relevant comeback though and make it a good series.
Yeah, we see how it goes. We see an early pressure here from A11 Esports side, but Curse is there. See Natrix gets it up, but Lionel can get it to the right side of the field to Kersey. Lionel can't get a hit there, but Pichu can. Goes on that, but Lightning Strike can get an easy save. He has no boost though. Snapshots easily pushes that Lightning right side of the field. Curse tries to get a shot, but it's not fast enough. Raddles gets it up. A backflip there from Lightning Strike, and that's the early lead there for Raddles.
Yeah, a bit weird in the defense there from Lightning Strike. He goes for the half flip and messes it up, gets it back instead, and couldn't make it the ball in time. A very bad mistake. You don't want to be making those mistakes in the defense, but that does give a relevant esports the 1-goal lead here. 4 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, we're seeing some defensive mistakes also from the last game from A11 Esports, and now a mistake from Polar Ace in defense. But it's not really looking good in defense. In offense though, we've seen really much pressure last game, and I'm hoping to see that in this game as well. As you see the ball getting into the center now. Peach can get a shot, but Diana is there to get a save for the Polar Ace side. Raddles clears it out, blocks the shot of Lightning Strike as we see Pichu. Gets to Lion-A as Natrox pops it up. Raddles is up as well. Lightning Strike can get it. You see Diana turns for that, gets shot and it's not on net though. You see Natrox up. Gets to the corner, Lion-A try to get it. It's blocked by Natrox though. See Raddles pushes that. Lion-A tries to take control. Kersey has not much boost. Still going on. So Diana big clear by him. Go to the other side of the field. Lion-A another shot. An easy clear for Natrox as we see Raddles taking control here. Lightning Strike pushes that. Gets a kind of a pinch with the wall. Lightning Strike trying to block the shot of Natrox. Natrox a good follow up. An important challenge there by Kersey. Defenses go well. As you see Kersey pops it up. Tries to get it again. Raddles is there. Block the ball. Pichu gets it up, but could be dangerous for him. Ball drops down, but Raddles is there to get a clear for the A11 Esports side. Well, we've seen much pressure, much offense last game, but there's not much to be seen. Boyo, do you think?
Yeah, there's been very minimal offense coming out here. We've had a few chances coming out from both teams, but they're just not able to here. It's been mainly a game of just hitting it back and forth in the midfield, but off the crossbar, not in though again. Continuing these shots of offense, but just not able to get the ball into the net. Net's goal could really mean a lot here, or this could stay a 1-goal game for Relevant. They just need to hold off in the defense, and it could take it.
Yeah, that's a good question you're asking here. They still got roughly 2 minutes left. The Relevant Esports side, they're 1-0 up. Of course, they lost the first game. But of course, Polar Ace, they really want to win this game as well to get into match point. But they gotta make at least 2 goals in this game. With Pichu now. Kersey tries to clear it. Lion is there as well. He's following that up on the right side of the field. Natrox. And he gets it actually. That's a good passing play. Lightning Strike with a good goal after a good pass by Leone. And it's equalized for Polar Ace.
The big backflip coming out there from Rascals, leaving the net wide open for Lightning Strike. The one thing they don't want to do, make this big defensive header, and that is exactly what they do. It's now tied up 1-1. 1 minute left, 1.5 minutes left, and it's going to get dangerous for Relevant Esports here. We've seen what happened last time when they had the lead and went away and tied it up and threw it away. They really are not looking to do that again.
Yeah, just like you said, they just had that overcommit last game. 6 seconds left, they just pushed up too much, otherwise they would have got game 1, I'm sure about that. We see a bump there. Ryder still tries to get a Lightning Strike as a good defender. Just gets the ball away, Diana misses the ball. Crazy still there in the back of Polar Ace. Crazy goes for the dribble there. See Raddles now. Tries to get into the setup. Again, Lightning Strike. Just in defense, has been pretty solid so far in defense. Jersey gets it to the lightning strike. Actually, good pass to him in defense. So we see Peach here now. Has possession for Irrelevant eSports side. Goes to the backboard. No one really for Parlay is going for that. A bit of mess there, but it went out, but it's still going to the Parlay's goal now. So Peach going up for that good block by Kersey. Nitrox is there, he should be able to get there. Indeed he does. 20 seconds left on the clock, it's still 1-1. As I said last game, it could go to an overtime here. But then the Irrelevant eSports side made a huge mistake in defense. Let's see if they can do that not now. See an offense here by Parlay, they're trying to get that late goal here. See the ball going up. Nitrox gets it up, lightning strike, let's drop on the ground. And it's going to be overtime here in game 2. Game 1 was won by Parlays, and they really want to win the second one as well. So see an early kickoff here by eSports. Try to get a goal out of that. Let's see, Peach now gets to the middle. Good demo there, and Parlays are gonna go in. Yeah, there's a good demo here. Second goal and decided for Irrelevant eSports. Well played.
Yeah, an amazing demo and the bump to continue as well. Lightning strike not able to make it back and save the blow. And the Irrelevant eSports played that overtime perfect there. A great clutch at the end there, winning that overtime, only taking them 14 seconds to do so and getting that winning, tying up this. Really going to be confidence booster right there.
Yeah, really great goal there at the last. It was, I think, Nitrox who got the demo, and then the Red Horse who got a block on lightning strike, and in the end Pichu finishing that off. Really great teamwork by the Irrelevant eSports, which gives them the winner in game 2, and the series is all tied up. So, you know, it's been Irrelevant eSports who we thought was going to win this series, or actually Fade, and we thought that they were going to win it. But Parlays is showing some pretty good play against Irrelevant eSports here. So do you think they're going to eventually win this series, or do you think the Irrelevant eSports are going to take it?
Polarized are really showing their capabilities here, but Irrelevant ACs just getting that game win might really boost that confidence, and I see them winning the next few games here.
Alright, so I think it's time to head into game 3. Both teams got one game here in the series, so let's see how game 3 goes. Game 3 about to head off here between Polar Ace and Irrelevant eSports. We saw Irrelevant eSports getting game 2 after Polar Ace got game 1. We've seen some good plays here in Division 1. We see an early offense here for the Irrelevant eSports side, but looks like he's going to clear that by Kersey. No, it doesn't. Redos can get an early goal. It looks like he has an early goal for Irrelevant eSports. A bit luck, I think, there, but Redos is here with an early goal for Irrelevant eSports.
You could call it a little bit of rattles, will call that skill there, but a bit of a messy defence from Polar Aces there. We've seen that the last man just was not in the right position to get the save. Lightning strike with an unlucky 50, and nobody was there to get the save. Very messy defence, which is not what we've seen the rest of the series here. We've seen small mistakes, but nothing inherently messy. But maybe this is the start of a new wave of offense coming out from Irrelevant, or maybe it was just a small blip from Polar Aces.
Yeah, we will see how it goes. See Nitrox gets it up. Kersey can get a tap down. He tries to follow it up here. Pichu has a 100 boost, gets it to the center as lightning strike is up for that. Can't really get a powerful shot, so Nitrox can clear it out. See Pichu try to get control. Lightning puts in the back roll. Kersey is up. He goes on the crossbar. Another shot, and there's an unlucky save there. It's a quick equalizer by the Polar Ace side.
Yeah, Polar Aces proving me wrong here, getting the quick equalizer, and then it was just a defensive error here from Irrelevant eSports. Just not able to get the good clear. We had defenders all over the place, and the touch to go into the post and in. This defense, this match has been nothing special so far, let alone this whole series, to be honest. But another goal as well. This defense is a bit shocking, to be honest, so far this game compared to the last two we've seen, but it's now 2-1 to Irrelevant eSports.
Yeah, two great defensive misses here. As we see, just mistakes. You just can't get those here in Division 1. I mean, it's a second tier division of ECC. You just can't get those defensive mistakes. And as you see, it's just getting paid off. We see a double demo here from Polace. Fortunately for them, it doesn't pay out in the goal. But, you know, in offense, as I said earlier this stream, it's been pretty well by them, by both teams. But just in defense, they need to work on that. Let's see another attempt in offense here from Polace. Now just going for the dribble at the left side. There's a good pass, really well played by 11 eSports, and it's Pichu who's get a goal here.
I get great pass coming in from Nitrox there, right to Pichu. Pichu with a perfect shot into the net. Not a single defender from Polaris is there to save it. Relevant eSports now make it 3-1 up. Very good start from them here.
Really good start. 1.5 minute played and already scored 3 goals. For Polaris only got 1 goal. So that's really well done by them. Here in game 3. See again, Polaris tries to get up the offense. It's not like they're struggling now, they still keep up the offense. Let's see, Liani now left side. Lightning strike, maybe could have let it better, gets shot by his teammate. You think he was in a better position. See Liani can get a shot now, Pichu can get a save. Pichu gets up the wall now, Lightning strike, tries to get a double, he does indeed. Oh, Raddles is there as last man. See Raddles misses, Matrix tries to go for it. Liani is there earlier. Pichu gets it into his own corner. Lightning strike gets it into the same corner. It's cleared out by Nitrox. See the ball. Liani gets into the center. No one for Polace is there to follow it up. Maybe now there is. Yeah, there is indeed. Lightning strike gets it to Curse. He couldn't get a hit on the ball there. Liani gets it up, but defended there by Pichu. Good shot there by Lightning strike. Bredos there as last man. And you know, we see still a 3-1 lead here for 11 eSports. They fought back very well after the game 1. So yeah, really good to see them getting into a lead here. Maybe they get into game 4 now with a win. So we'll see how that turns out. As you see, Liani pops it up. It's too high though. Pichu gets it to Raddles. Backboard Lightning strike with a clear. See, Curse gets the clear now. Double commit though. So now Trox dribbles out both defenders almost got a bump on Liani, but Liani just got back in time to get a save for Pola's side. See Kersey, right side of the field, gets it back to Liani. It goes up, backboard. This is a good demo by Nitrox, but no one really there from 11 to get the ball into the goal. So see the ball going to the middle. Nitrox again with dangerous offense here. Kersey will get it out. A whiff there from 11 eSports. See an attempt on a pinch, but didn't really work out for them. And boy, there's 2 goals still to be made by Polar Ace to at least equalize this game. 1 minute left. Do you think they will be able to make it in this game?
It is definitely possible for them to make it, but it will be a struggle. We see Polace's 8 shots on the board this game, but other than the few mistakes we've seen, Irrelevant eSports have held out strong in the defence this game, and it's going to be hard for Polace to slip one through. Irrelevant eSports as well, looking so much more confident coming off of that win here, playing the game how they want to play and taking so much control of this. They've had so much possession and they're really not letting that go and giving Polace any chance to get a shot. And Nitrox with another one, making it 4. Going to make it so difficult for Polace to bring it back now. And Irrelevant eSports looking to take the win of this game.
Great shots from Nitrox. 117 kph from the wall. Really well shot. And I think it's Kersey who was in goal. He couldn't do anything about this shot. Also really well placed and good power as well from the wall. So it's 4 now for Irrelevant eSports. And Polace need to make at least 3 to not let Irrelevant eSports getting that match point in game 4. They want to get a match point by themselves. And we see again offense here for Irrelevant. They really need to score now, Polace, otherwise it's not gonna happen this game anymore. Doesn't look it's gonna happen. Napshox looks like he's just gonna clear it out. Liani with an attempt on goal, and it's the second goal for Polace.
Yeah, a bit too late now for Polace to get the win it seems, but a consolation goal is one nonetheless. Iptrox with the pass out, could not find a teammate, and Liene gets the goal, making it 4-2 now to Irrelevant Esports, but time might be a bit too late for Polar Aces here.
Maybe they can get a goal still. No, they can't. It's gonna be 4-2 here in game 3 between Irrelevant Esports and Polar Aces. Irrelevant gets the win here, who puts themselves into match point in game 4. As Polar Aces really have to fight back from this. I mean, they had much shots. They only scored twice, which one of them was in the last 10 seconds, so that's not really great by them. But it's Irrelevant Esports who's getting into the match board now. And do you think, Boyo, Irrelevant will take this game 4, or will Polar Aces get it to game 5?
Nah, I think after that, looking at that game, Irrelevant Esports looks so more confident as a team. They're making these passes, they're really getting into this game here, and I think they're going to take this next game here. They're having so much control over the game, and their defense has been so much better than it has been the rest of the series.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's time to head off to game 4 to get us underway. So let's go. Game 4 about to head off against Irrelevant Esports and Polar Aces. It's match point for Irrelevant Esports after they got last game, the game 3. But maybe we see Polar Aces getting into game 5. We'll see what happens in this game. Everything is on the line now for Irrelevant Esports. 5 minutes to be played, and they got a series win on their hands. Of course, they lost their 2 lost series in ECC Division 1. They won the first 2 series, lost the last 2 series, so yeah, 2-on-2 now, and they really want to end this losing streak. As you see right us, and a quick goal here by Irrelevant Esports, 30 seconds in, and Irrelevant Esports will already get the lead here.
Yeah, the Polar Aces player looking so lost in defense. We've seen Liene, sitting on the wall, just doing the bot dance on the wall there, just up and down constantly, not going for the ball, with another player missing the defence and leave the net wide open for Irrelevant Esports there. We don't want to be seeing that from Polar Aces. They really want to see this good defence come out from them to stop Irrelevant Esports getting any more goals if they want to win this year.
Yeah, totally agree with that one. They really need to bet defense, and it looks like again a defensive mistake here. Irrelevant Esports get a second goal in only 1 minute, and it's Pichu who's going to take the long shot here to take the lead there for Irrelevant Esports.
The Polar Aces player just pushed up way too far, and the net wide open for Pichu to hit that long shot on the net. It's not good what we're seeing from Polar Aces here. They were looking very close to Irrelevant Esports these first 2 games here, but slowly that's been slipping away. The more confident Irrelevant Esports seems to be getting, and Polar Aces maybe getting a bit more nervous with this game now they are in the losing side.
Yeah, they're on the losing side. Of course, in only 1 minute. That's not really what you want here. It's the least you want in the deciding game for your opponents, but they still have all the time to come back from this. But it's irrelevant eSports does to close down the series now, as they have a 2-0 lead now. Still 3.5 minutes to be played, so that's a lot. But let's see what's going to happen here. I see Kersey with a good flick here. Pichu can get the clear Kersey. Napchok's good block there. Layani keeps following it, gets the flick there, and it's unlucky for Lightning Strike. It just goes on the corner. Kersey has the shot. It takes it slow. Pichu can get there from the back wall. Gets a clear. See Lightning Strike poops it up, but see Pichu just clearing it. See Kersey pops it up, and that's gonna be the first goal for Polar Ace here in this series, or in this game.
Yeah, we're looking to get a high scoring match right here. We've seen some hesitation in the defense there from, I think that might have been Russell, I might have missed the name there, but the hesitation nonetheless really allowing Polish to get that free shot and making them tie it up 2-1. Definitely in the chance of bringing this game back now.
Yeah, I see Irrelevant Esports just letting Polar Ace too much space, and I think that's what just happened the last 30 seconds, and that's also why the goal from Polar Ace just happened there. Kersey just got too much space in offense, and in the end it resulted in the goal for them. But Irrelevant Esports, they still won't go up. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. See a double demo from Irrelevant Esports, but it was still the Polar Ace player who almost got the goal for his side in his own. Okay, Lightning Strike turns for that. Can get it clear, tries to get it again, but Pichu was earlier there. As you see, Layane gets it. Has not much boost. Rattles challenges him. As you see, Napchox gets it into the corner. Lightning Strike should be getting that. He does, but Pichu is there. It's a weak shot, but it's just Curse who just gets the clear out of the middle. See Pichu puts it on the other side of the field, follows it up himself. You see Lightning Strike with a good interception there. Napchox tried to went for the double there. He has no boost anymore. As you see Curse, he just pops it up over the defenders, and that's a good shot from Layane, and that's the equal Polar Ace.
Yeah, a great shot from Layane. Cares for the pass, and nobody from Irrelevant Esports there to get the save. Both players pushing up at the same moment, not close enough to get the save. Nobody in the defense here. Situation we've seen so many times this series. A lack of players in the defense coming out, bad rotations, or just miscommunication possibly. But the game is now tied up 2-2. Match point for Irrelevant Esports.
Yeah, you could see this, the players of Irrelevant Esports pushing up too much for that, and that's not the first time we've seen that in this series. So they really gotta work on that next games, maybe in this game even as well. But we see Lightning Strike trying to go for that Kersey. Pops it up, no one really back there from Irrelevant Esports. That's a shot, but good save by Niptrox. We have roughly 1 minute left. Still all tied up here in this game. Well, Irrelevant Esports are in a match game now, so they really need to win this game to finally get themselves a series again in ECC. See Niptrox, Lightning Strike. I think he has the boost anymore. Kersey with a wave. Unlucky for him. Lightning Strike follows it up. Gets it again. But that's an easy clear for Rattles. Instantly push though. Good speed. As you see Rattles. A whiff there again. Napchox unlucky there. Lightning Strike tried to get it into the middle. Pichu good clear, and I think no one really from Polar Ace was back there. Layani with a miss. That's not really what you want there as last man. As Lightning Strike pops it up. Gets it, there's no boost though. Pichu challenges him. 20 seconds to go. Everything can happen here. And it's Polar Ace who's on the nerves now. They can't get the goal against them now. I see Lightning Strike there. Layani. Kersey gets it out of the goal, but it's still Pichu who gets the goal, and it's 3-2 now for Irrelevant Esports.
Terrible touch there coming in from Kerr, leaving it wide open for Pichu and a silver plate. Pichu had to hit it anywhere in the net and it would have went in, and Irrelevant Esports make it 3-2. Match point to them, only 10 seconds left for Polar Ace to bring it back. It'll be very difficult here, but they do have a chance.
Yeah, again a defensive mistake here, double commit, but it looks like Irrelevant Esports is gonna take this series, or if they can score. And no, Irrelevant Esports is taking this series 3-1. as I expected, and it's it was a good series, I have to say. Pretty much offense, of course, in game 1. We saw some defensive mistakes from both sides, especially from Irrelevant Esports in game 1, and in the end, Polar Ace in game 4. But it's just deciding in Division 1. You can't just give your opponents those goals, and that's really what they gotta improve on. Just those defensive mistakes, mechanical, and also communications. Because Polar Ace, we saw them double commit a few times, and that's really what they gotta work on. Boyo.
Yeah, Polar Aces, we've seen so many defensive errors, so many times where just nobody was in the defense to make the save, either from a lack of communication or just bad rotations in general. We really need to see better from them here if they want to get some wins this season. But they did get that first game win, and it was a good win for them. But Irrelevant Esports was able to close out the series, the rest of the game. So 3-1, very good series from them here, getting the great offense.
Yeah, finally Irrelevant Esports gets a win now in the series or in the season, as they lost twice in a row, I already said. They are in 5th place, maybe they move up to 4th place now, getting themselves into the playoff spot just after halfway through the season. But we see Polar Ace, they lost the series again. I think they're still in 9th place and not bottom last, but they really gotta improve and they really gotta work better themselves. As we saw some pretty much double commits from them this series, and they really gotta improve on that. But we have another game in roughly 18 minutes. It will be Ascension Kronos against Snake Bites. So really good to see those teams competing against each other. Really good to see the knowing teams of ECC competing each other. So don't click away from the stream. Keep in the stream, and we'll be back to you in like 70 minutes.